Hey guys, I thought I'd go live now versus when I'm in a kitchen because I still have another 20 minutes of walking to do. So I have this amazing idea that I got from one of the girls in this group because she also, on that note, if you prefer to do your check-ins via voicemail, like voice messages on WhatsApp, you can do that completely because I have 4 of you at the moment that do yours via voice notes. You just go through like the Excel points and do them that way. And I don't care how long they were or how long they are. I just listened to someone do a 15-minute voice note, and to me, I don't mind that. So it's up to you whether you want to do voice messages or fill in the Excel. They both work for me. Okay, so she has this idea of whenever she finishes a drink bottle, she has like the elastic bands on it to get to 3 liters, and then she has them up to, I think she said 4 liters. So every single time she finishes one bottle, she puts one of those elastic bands on her wrist, or she takes it off and puts it back where she usually stores them so she knows how many she's had. So that's a really good way of reminding yourself to get your water in. And if you're someone who always forgets, having them on your wrist is a really good reminder. So there's something, or if you usually wear hair ties in your hair, you can use it as like hair ties and put like extra hair ties in your hair. So that's a really, really good idea. But I want to touch again on this whole thing of progress. So keep in mind that it's not about training hard, balls to the wall all the time. And just like with your sleep, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. The quantity plays a role, but if you're lying in bed for like 8 hours and your sleep is shit, you are not going to have the same recovery as someone who gets 6 hours with the best actual sleep. And if you're waking up all the time, there could be underlying reasons for that, like stress, like your nervous system, your nervous system will be overshot because stress impacts your nervous system because your brain shoots all the messages down. And pretty much, but just keep in mind that you can't always expect to increase weights every single session unless you're in a specific phase of like how Tracy, for example, is in her powerlifting phase and Nikki is doing the same thing. So there are times where I specify exactly what weights you need to use, but otherwise you go by feel. Like sometimes you might need to drop the weights. Sometimes you feel like you have a lot in the tank. And Anina is actually really good at that in here. Like sometimes she'll easily increase weight over the sets and be like, oh my God, look what I got. And then another week, due to like lifestyle stresses or her nutrition not being on point or her sleep not being on point because of the sun, she realizes that she won't be able to get the same weight. So everything plays a role. But yeah, I guess there is a lot to the whole transformation in itself. And the more that you learn to enjoy the process and see it as this is your body, this is your masterpiece, you only get one of them. And the more that you invest into that body, the more that you take time to find out the details, to do the contouring, all of that stuff as your masterpiece, like it's gonna last. And then you know how sometimes you have to like paint and then put like a sheet of, I'm not an artist anymore, but you spray something on it to like keep it set, and then you can paint over it again to like stop smudging and stuff like that. If you treat your body like that, it's going to stay maintainable for a lot longer. And anyone can drop weight like that. I guess unless you're metabolically fucked up, then you can't. But say you're starting from scratch and you put yourself into a fat loss phase to drop blah, blah, blah in 12 weeks. That's pretty damn easy to do. And then people who engage in like a short-term program, you can easily get those results pretty much off the bat. But then what happens afterwards? Like a lot of the time you see people doing 12-week transformations and like Maxine's, oh my God, Maxine's, or even Michelle Bridges. I had someone in this group tell me they did Michelle Bridges once, but far out, where do I start with these? I know people who have done the Maxine's challenge 4 times in a row and always had some type of amazing transformation from start to end. But if you look at the starting points of every single one, they look pretty much the same, if not worse. In fact, someone went through 3 Maxine challenges that I know, and the third time they went through it, they started off so much worse than the very first time they ever did the Maxine's challenge. And the results between the start and the end of the third time going around was just shit. And obviously that's because of the metabolic adaptation, and then like the continual yo-yo dieting would have ruined the hormones, would have ruined the hunger levels, would have ruined everything else. So keeping that in mind, don't go through the yo-yo phases. Like, realize that maintenance is everything. And yeah, okay, a 12-week challenge seems exciting, but do you really want to like keep bouncing back and forth, feeling lost and ending up in a worse state to the point where you're pretty much resistant to actually seeing changes in your body? Like, if you come to me and your metabolism is just fucked and your hormones are just fucked, and then I have to actually work to bring all of this stuff back to a functional point so that your body can actually do what it needs to do, that's setting you back so long, because I can't physically put you into a deficit if there's nothing to take from. And there's another girl in this group that took her, she's been with me for like a year now. It's taken her 1 year to finally trust me, to bring her calories all the way up so she can stop feeling stressed out about her calories and actually start enjoying life again, especially with the lifestyle she has. And only now is she starting to feel better within herself. Only now is she starting to like take in the extra calories and feel okay with it and actually hit her food every single day, and you actually see the changes in her body now. And she's starting to have more energy. She's feeling more excited to go out with her boyfriend. So they're just things to keep in mind. And like, yeah, it's just freedom when you realize that you're in this for the long haul, and every single day is a chance to work on becoming the best version of yourself. So yeah, thank you all for getting your check-ins early. What I'm going to start doing is making sure everybody gets them in by Friday, like early afternoon. If you can get them in by Friday noon latest, that helps me the most, because then I can actually spread everything out and try and get to everything before Saturday, because I really, really enjoy not having to open up Google Drive and do check-ins and feedbacks on the weekend, because on the weekend is when I actually want to put time into replying to all of my WhatsApp messages and replying to anything that I would have missed as a reply to your feedback in your secret groups. And if I don't reply to you on the Saturday from your feedback, do tag me in it, because like I said, on Fridays, I just want to do the check-ins and get the check-ins done on Thursday and Friday. So in replying to things, if I haven't got back to you by Saturday, like I said, like today, if I haven't got back to you by this afternoon, tag me in something. But this afternoon, I got my auntie's 70th birthday party, so I'll be going to that. And I just got my carbs dropped, and I've already made my oats. So it's probably just going to be me picking at like the rolled up chicken slices or like the prawns and stuff like that. So I'll see what happens there. If you want, I can fill you in to see how I handle that situation, especially now that I don't have a lot of food to play with because I'm getting my food dropped. But let me know if you want me to fill you in on how I handle that. As well as tomorrow, I have my cousin's baby shower. So that would be around lunchtime. So I don't think they're serving lunch. I think it's just like party food. But if you want me to show you how I like manage all that stuff, I'll be happy to. Otherwise, I won't bother taking out my phone. But pretty much, yeah. I don't know if you guys even want to hear what I'm going through for my comp type of stuff, because it's pretty much just this one that I've had my eyes on since last Pro Raw, because I did not think I had a chance at getting first. And if I knew that I did, I would have actually went for it. But I got second by half a point. But like this comp, I'm not sure, because all of my lifts went backwards, because it's not just about I always say this, it's not just about the point A and the point B in itself. A lot of shit happens between that. And yeah, okay, my lifts have gone down drastically since point A to this point B, but in the meantime, I've focused on building this business. I've flown to Queensland about 6 times and Brisbane 4 times, not Brisbane, and Melbourne 4 times doing educational courses. I got my 2 dogs and I've built up so much for myself in terms of my passion, which is you guys. So it is what it is. I'll do what I can to salvage my lifts. In the meantime, I'm crying in my sessions because they're so brutal, but that's the beauty of enjoying everything about it, because it's not like my body's just turned into a potato sack because my lifts have gone down. And that's why it's not always about progressing your weights or always about chasing certain numbers, because fuck knows what the scale says. Well, actually I do know, because my coach makes me weigh myself every single day because I have to weigh in for comp. And also they like the data and they know that I don't give a shit about what the scale says. So my scale weight is pretty much the same as it was this time last year. But in about that, it went down, it went up, it went down, it went up. Like, focusing so much on numbers just gives you the worst migraine and stress. And it's just like, why? Like, go live, go do something, go change your focus on something that makes you feel alive. Like, health and fitness are meant to enhance your life. And in the end, is it really a body fat percentage that you're after? Is it really a number on a scale? Or is it that you just want to feel really good in your body? You want to feel good in your clothes. You want to look in the mirror and feel amazing. You want to feel confident in the bedroom. You want to go into the shops happy to try on clothes and not feel shitty in your body because, oh my God, there's a sting here, and oh my God, this dress makes my boobs just look like there's so much fat everywhere. But it's like, yeah, okay, you can have those little quirks because, hey, everybody has body fat, but it's owning it and knowing that you're confident in your body and you're doing what you can to be the best version of yourself, because everybody has body fat. And so many times I will be on a call with like you girls and you'll be like, yeah, well, I'm looking at photos of how I was blah, 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 and I wish I was still like that skinny, or whatever words you use, because I hate the word skinny, let's just say lean. I wish I was as small as that now. And I'm like, yeah, but were you really happy then? And you're like, no, I still thought I was fat and I wasn't happy or confident at all. And I was abusing alcohol or whatever the hell you say there. And I'm like, exactly. So if you weren't happy then and you're thinking about wanting to be back at that point, where's the happiness? Are you still going to enjoy your life? Why not just work on being a better, more confident version of yourself? Why not just work on all the stuff that makes you feel a certain way? And that's why I'm so big on feels. Like, how do you want to feel? And then, like I say it all the time, you guys would like have an amazing night of sleep. A few of you girls have been improving your sleep massively lately. I'm like, okay, so how do you feel during the day now? Oh, so much more energetic. I'm not getting the crashes. I'm not craving all the foods now. I feel like I can actually get through my training session. Like, you give me all of these feels. It's like, this is what we've always wanted. Like, you hated feeling tired before. You hated waking up, hating life, and now you have a purpose to wake up. You're excited to wake up. Your relationships are getting better. There's 3 people in this group that got promoted in the last 2 months. And it's all of this confidence leading up together. And so many of you guys have left relationships that were draining you, that were like just negative, toxic, narcissistic people. And now you're actually going for what you deserve, and it's making you the best version of you. And that's exactly what life is all about. Surrounding yourself with people who give a fuck. And too many coaches don't. And I do. And you have people around you that do. And it's not until you start putting yourself first and loving yourself that you realize that there are people who actually give a fuck. Anyway, that's my ramble. I don't even know how long I went for. Holy shit. Yeah, so I hope you liked it. And that was only meant to be like a 5-minute spiel about using drink bottles and elastics, but I just felt really motivated because I feel so good today, because it's like, I don't know, I just love feeling good in the mornings. And that's why I move my body every morning, because once I move my body, everything just feels amazing. And also because I listened to 2 check-ins this morning in voice messages, and it just made me so happy. And also, go onto my wall. I posted Oksana's body type change, because she came to me pretty much like ectomorphic. Actually, Shannon, if Shannon watches this, she kind of have the same body as her, but like just like a Barbie figure where you have like a tiny waist, but everything's just tiny, and now she's actually building a structure. And it's just amazing what exercise can do to your body, like the right programming, the right nutrition. It's just amazing. Anyway, love you all, and so do they.